You know what? Let me just go with my piano channel. Let me just work on that because it's growing. It's working out. It just got monetized. Let me continue on with that. Let me forget this channel right here. I totally freaked out the other day because my upload, my YouTube experiment just got real. It stayed at 0 all day. Like literally all day. I ended up going to bed. I checked it at work, 0. When I got back from a job site and I was getting ready to punch out, 0. A couple hours later, I was home, 0. Chilled out, did some other stuff, edited new videos, went to bed. Before I went to bed, checked it again, 0. So I was freaking out. I thought I did something wrong. I was like, what's going on here? Because I've been uploading consistently. I've been talking about the same topic. And I don't know what went wrong. I was starting to freak out. So I checked my stats the next day after getting some sleep. Woke up. The first thing I did was went to YouTube Studio. And I saw that overnight 8 views came in. 8. All right. And that's not a lot. But to me, I was like relieved because I totally freaked out. I really thought that YouTube was either shadow banning me or like suppressing views or something like that. But it was nothing of the sort. A couple of things I want to say about this because I came to the realization about something, and lately I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about content creation and building a YouTube channel. And one thing I learned, especially with Think Media, I've really been watching Think Media a lot with Sean Cannell. And he had this episode of the Think Media podcast with Roberto Blake. And he said something that really stuck with me, and I wrote it down. He said, 100 bad videos are general admission to YouTube success. 100 bad videos. That really stuck with me. When we start new channels, it looks like, especially as small creators, we're focusing on the wrong thing. We're focusing on these views. We're focusing on subs. That ain't important because guess what? From what it looks like, YouTube ain't going to show you no love when you first start. They're just not. So you have to go and change your mindset when it comes to YouTube. You got to go in just loving the process. The work I do towards uploading on my channel, that's going to make the difference. I'm going to have to do this every day. Or if not every day, consistently. This is a consistent effort. I can't give up. I can't ever stop. Okay? What I need to do, though, is continue to post and improve. No matter what happens, I'm posting 100 videos. Now, I was at the point where I almost gave up. I almost stopped myself and said, you know what? Let me just go with my piano channel. Let me just work on that because it's growing. It's working out. It just got monetized. Let me continue on with that. Let me forget this channel right here. But then I realized that I'm looking at the wrong things as a new channel here. YouTube won't show me no love. The people aren't going to show me any love. I'm not going to get retention. I'm not going to get views. I'm not hardly going to get subs. But one thing I did realize with the piano channel is that when I post it every day, it got to the point where I was getting at least one subscriber every day. And there was movement to a point where the viewership was going up. So videos I was posting was finally getting views, where before it had just been nothing. But now once I did this every day consistently, there was movement. And so that has to be the mindset that you're going to post to your channel no matter what. It's not about what YouTube is doing, because you can't control that. You can't control what YouTube does. You can't control viewers. You can't control subscribers. You can only control your actions. And that's what we are responsible for. But guess what? Because you've taken an action, all right, there's going to be an effect to the cause. That it's a principle of the universe. Cause and effect. You're taking actions to put yourself out there in the universe. And after a while, those seeds you planted are going to grow somehow. And the first 100 videos are the seeds planted in fertile ground. And after a while, those plants are going to grow. And it's going to grow into something beautiful. You wouldn't take a plant and put the seeds in the ground and start the thing up. And after 2 days of watering it, you don't see nothing coming out the ground. You're going to say, well, I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to pull it up. I'm just giving it up. No more. I'm not planting anything ever again. I'm going to uproot this thing, pull this thing out the ground and throw it away, because this ain't working. You wouldn't do that, because you know there's a process. It's going to take a few days for that thing to do whatever it does behind the scenes underground, the stuff you don't see. It's all coming together underground. And after a while, you're going to see something sprout out of the ground. And then if you keep on nurturing and caring for it, and you keep on planting, keep on sowing seeds, you keep on watering, you keep on planting, you keep on sowing seeds. After a while, you're going to have a beautiful garden. But that thing don't happen overnight. And so it amazes me how we get so emotional as humans that we just fail to get it. There has to be some work that's done, some consistent work that's done, before anything good is going to come of this. And guess what? If it was an easy thing to do, everybody would be doing it. Most people don't get beyond the growth phase because they can't handle not getting some kind of instant reward from what they've been putting out. I learned a very important lesson yesterday. And that lesson for me is to just chill out and post. That's all I can do. I can only control myself. I can't control anything else, but I can control what I do. I choose to do this for the rest of my life. I'm 48 now, and I spoke to my mind and body, and I said I want to live to 100. Now, obviously, there's some things I have to do health-wise, and I'm working on that. Went to my weigh-in on Sunday at the church, and come to find out, since January 11th, I lost 44 pounds. So that's working out. I'm really excited about that. So obviously, I got to get my health together. But that's the good thing about what I'm doing here. Doing this YouTube thing brings focus. It brings discipline. And when you build that in one area, you can build it in other areas of your life. And so, and I'm documenting my progress here on the YouTube journey. After a while, it's just going to become second nature to document my progress on the weight loss journey as well. This YouTube thing is helping in so many different ways. It's going to change me either way. I'm expanding myself. I'm coming out of my comfort zone to do what I'm doing now. Talking to this camera is not easy for me. Sometimes I get embarrassed. I'm sitting here waiting for a live load. Okay, and that's been the story of my life lately. I've been waiting for these live loads, and I've been saying to myself, let me go ahead and do some videos since I gotta wait. I might as well get some videos done. I pull out this selfie stick, and I go ahead and start filming, and I know people are around me, they looking, and I'm worrying about what they think about me. But what I have to understand is what people think about me is none of my business. I try to keep on telling myself that. What you think about me is none of my business. Only what I think about myself, that's my business. And so, yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing to pull out the camera and you're in around a whole bunch of people who's looking at you possibly and who's judging you or whatever and say, oh, what's this guy doing? Oh, another social media influencer, all this other kind of judgment. Here's an anxiety, and I suffer with anxiety as well. I've been depressed, and usually depression and anxiety go hand in hand. This is I'm really coming out of my comfort zone here. I know how to talk. I got the gift of gab. My speech teacher told me in high school, James, you got the gift of gab. Absolutely. I do. I talk my wife's ear off. I talk my family's ear off. All the time. All right. I'm always talking about something. And then I get on YouTube. I act like I can't say nothing. I act like I can't speak to you. Really? I think I might do this thing where I'm no longer worried about these analytics and stuff. I think it's time for me to stop looking in YouTube Studio for this channel at least. I remember when I was in a deep depression around the pandemic time, I was looking at myself in the mirror, and anything that appeared on my skin or whatnot, I started to freak out. And so I told my therapist about it, and she was like, just stop looking in the mirror. Just stop that. I said, all right. I said, you may be right. You may be onto something. So I did that. I stopped looking in the mirror. And guess what? I started to feel better. It started to get better. Now, I still had the issue for a little while, but for the most part, that advice worked. I think I might have to take a break from the analytics. I need to stop looking for views, stop looking for subs, and just post. Because it's not about views and subs right now. And that whole freak out I had yesterday was out of pocket. There was no need for it. The bottom line is, okay, even if I did wake up this morning and the video was still at 0, okay, post another one. Duh, keep on posting. There's things you could do. And I haven't even thought about it. And I was just looking over some courses that I had about YouTube. And just the fundamental stuff that I forgot about is stuff like finding out who's searching for what, using the Google keyword tool or vidIQ. And I think I'm going to finally bite the bullet and just go ahead and buy it. I know Think Media offers $1 trial for a few days to try it. I think I'm going to do that. But there's other ways. There's the Google keyword research tool. But I think it's best probably to use vidIQ. So I'll probably go with that. But you can search keywords with low competition and high searchability, right? So if 8 million people are searching for something and it has like under 20 competition, then do a video about it. And then if you do that, you should be able to rank. I forgot about stuff like that because I'm not even using like keywords that I found. I'm just coming up with titles. Usually if I say something like what was my, well, the title of this video is going to be YouTube had me freaking out over nothing. Well, people probably aren't searching for that. So that might be a hindrance as well. Who knows? And I know a lot of people don't talk about this these days. But maybe I need to go back to basics because I know better. I know that you can find out the search terms that are working and do a video on it. And then if it's low competition, then you'll get ranked and you'll get views. Those are just basics of the situation. I hadn't done that. And I started, so, okay, I get 0 on the video. Well, maybe you should get a tool that can help you do keyword research. Go ahead and find the low competition keywords with huge search volume and do a video on that as long as it's relevant to the situation. Well, oh man, like, whoa, that's a bright idea. That's a genius idea. Why haven't I done it? You got to keep on posting, and you can't look at the results on YouTube right now. After 100 videos, sure. And I might have to do more than 100 videos because I was talking about more than one topic at first. To get a good idea of how I'm doing, I'm going to need to post 100 videos centered on YouTube growth. That's just where it's going to have to be right now. So I'm a little ways from that. We're almost close to like 25 videos, so we're doing good. I'm getting even more ideas now, more stuff to talk about. So I ain't worried about that. Topics of these videos, that's going to be simple. That's going to be easy. All right? Because I got a whole bunch of topics lined up. I'm straight. I'm documenting my journey. That's like that alone. Every day I'm going to have something to talk about. I'm going to have something I'm going to be worrying about. I'm going to have something that's on my mind. That's never going to change. Like, I just have to articulate that better. Because like I said, I know I'm kind of bad at this right now. I'm not used to doing it this way. So I'm kind of stumbling my way through this at this point. I'm really no good at this. Now, if I was up in public, I would be a lot better at it. Because like I do this kind of stuff in church all the time, off the cuff, all the time. Like I'm on the organ. I could preach from the organ. I could sing from the organ. I could talk to the congregation from the organ, from the pulpit. I can do all of that. But for some reason, it won't translate to camera. So it's something that I have to get used to. I mean, I could script it out and do it, but I don't want to have to worry about a teleprompter and writing out a script and all that stuff. All that stuff takes time. It's easier just to do it through an outline, and I'm getting better with that, with the outline part, because I don't want to just be ranting and raving the whole time. I want to give you some succinct points that can help you out on your journey as well if you choose to do it. I have to be able to look critically at what I'm doing and to change up some things and improve some things as I go along. That's what life is all about. This is a learning process. There is no failure, only feedback. Remember that saying? Come on, let me say it again. There is no failure, only feedback. And YouTube will give you feedback. Let me tell you, you'll get feedback from this thing. Anyway, I freaked out over nothing. All is well. And even if it stayed at 0, there's no need to freak out. Just do another video. If one don't work out, just keep on doing videos until one hit. It don't matter. And even when one hits, do another one and another one and another one and another one. Because we got a lot of time to do this. Like I said, I told my body I'm going to live to 100. I got 50 more years to do this. Right? That's a lot of videos. Okay, I got a lot of stories to tell, a lot of life to live.